Hello IT Pros, and welcome back to my IT workshop. This is Alvendril, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu, which is a flavor of Linux, in a virtual machine. Okay, but everything I'm going to do here, you can do it on your laptop or desktop as well. Okay, so as you can see, we're in my desktop, the regular one. If you are a veteran of this channel, the icons are a little bigger so you can see it better. And now we're going to go to my IT workshop, the channel. As you can see, 753 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Like a few days ago, a week, I created this video, install Ubuntu command line on Windows 10. And this is to install the command line for Linux, for Ubuntu. But let's say you want to install it. Okay, because this version that is explained in this video is really good, but it's not everything, as you can imagine. It's only the command line, which is the most important, I can say. But if you want to know how to install it on a virtual machine, that's what we are going to do right now. And in the future, we're going to use both, so we can run scripts and remotely log into it and all that. Okay, so for that, I'm not going to use my regular computer, the one you're seeing right now, the one I do almost all my videos. I'm going to connect using RDP to this another Windows computer. As you can see there is the IP address. That means it's physically connected in my network. So this other machine, I built it a few months ago. I don't remember 5, 6, something like that. So as I'm showing you, I'm connected remote to this machine. So I'm just showing you here with this free app, CPUZ. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. It shows you everything about your computer. So this one is an AMD Ryzen 7. You can see the model there, 2700X. And the beauty is that it has 8 cores and 16 threads. So it has 16 virtual cores, which is very powerful to create a home lab. So I'm going to go to Task Manager, Performance, and there you can see the 16 cores. So that's pretty great, logical processors. Okay, I made a mistake. It has 8 cores and 16 logical processors. So that's the correct way to say it. Now, if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave the link in the description below for that processor, the motherboard, the RAM, and all that. So, as you can see here, I open Oracle VirtualBox. If you don't know what this is, it's a software that allows you, it's free, that allows us to run virtual machines. I have created a video in the past on how to install it. It's very easy, but I created a video nonetheless. If you are interested in that, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. So as you can see on the left, these are all my virtual machines. All of them are Windows Server, Windows 10, and all that. So now we're going to add one more, which is going to be Ubuntu. So, but first we need Ubuntu, all right? So you go to a web browser and you type ubuntu.com. So you go to download, as you can see here, Ubuntu desktop. So as of today, this is the latest version. Maybe in the future it's going to be version 20 or something like that. So you just click on it and the download should start automatically, as you can see there. I'm going to cancel it because, as you can imagine, I already have it. The other thing we're going to need is VirtualBox. As I mentioned, I'm going to leave the link in the description below for you to check that video. But here the important part is this: we need to download. This part is not mandatory, but it is better to have it. So we have to download VirtualBox platform packages for Windows host. So I already have it. It's very short. It's like, I don't remember, 10 megabytes, something like that. It's very small. Again, this part is not needed. I'm going to show you at the end of the video and you can decide. So now I'm going to show you around. So this machine has 3 physical hard drives. The C is where Windows is installed, and the other 2 are 1 terabyte each. So I'm going to show you volume L or D. Well, we're going to start with D. You can see the Ubuntu is there, the image, so the ISO file. And on L, it's where my virtual machines are stored. Like I said, everything I'm doing here, you can do it on your desktop computer or on your laptop, as long as you have resources like memory, like RAM, and processor power. Okay, so I'm just showing you that. So in this case, I have a lot. This machine is specifically for testing. Well, the main goal is to replace the one that I'm using right now with this one. Okay, so now we're going to click on new, and we're going to type the name. So I'm just going to call it Ubuntu. and it's asking us where do we want to save it. So we're going to go to the place which is drive L, and we're going to just select VMs. Okay, so automatically it's going to choose Linux and Ubuntu because the name is Ubuntu. If you type Windows 7, it's going to automatically select Windows 7. So from here you can choose. I'm just showing you, but it's automatic, but I'm just showing you how it works. Linux, Ubuntu, 64 bits. Next, here you assign RAM to it. In my case, since I have 16 gigabytes, I'm just going to give it 2 gigabytes. Next, create a virtual hard disk now. It's telling us that the recommended is 10 gigabytes. So I'm going to click create, VDI, that's a standard for VirtualBox. I'm not going to change that. And this one, dynamically or fixed. I'm going to choose fixed because whatever you give, that's the size it's going to have. If you select dynamic, it's going to grow as you need more automatically, and we don't want that. So here, I'm going to give it 15 gigabytes of physical hard drive. The minimum is 10 recommended, but I'm going to give it 15. Okay, so you can see there where it's going to be stored LVMs, Ubuntu. So I'm going to click create, and this one is going to take a few seconds. And now is a good time to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel for future videos, okay? Don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So the video sped up in some places, so you don't have to wait all the time. This process took 2 minutes, more or less, 3 minutes. It's very quick, depending on how fast your computer is, of course. Once it's done, you can see it there, you just have to press start, okay? But there was something interesting here. You have to select it and click start, as you can see me doing there. But something happened. I don't know what really was. It was like an error. I couldn't choose anything. That's why the screen's black and white. So at the end, I just decided, after a few minutes of struggling, I just decided to close the application and open it up again. So if this happens to you, it's the first time that happened to me in all my years using VirtualBox, but I don't know what happened. So I just open it again. And you see that aborted for some reason, but now I can make changes. So I click on settings, I go to processor, and you can give it as many processors as you can. If you, in my case, I have 16, but you cannot give it 16. So I'm just going to give it 2 in this case. And then, well, pretty much it, we are going to see that I don't need anything else to do. I'm just going to click OK. And now start. So the virtual machine is selected, as you can see on the left side of the software. And now it's asking me, hey, we need an ISO file, the operating system. So I just click, look for it, and there you go. The one I showed you some minutes ago, the Ubuntu. So it's around 2 gigabytes, so it's not that big, so that's good. And it takes a few seconds to populate, so there you go. Once that happens, you click start, and the process is going to commence. So as you can close that. It's going, again, the video sped up in some parts, so you don't have to wait all the real time. All this process took around, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes. So here you choose your language. In this case, I'm going to choose English. Install Ubuntu. Next is going to ask us the keyboard layout. So by default is English selected, but you have many other options. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Continue. Normal installation, yes, that's normal installation. So that's with the GUI, graphical user interface. So there is another version for Ubuntu, which is the server, and that's only command line. But for this case, we're going to do it with the graphical interface, and it's going to look like Windows, something like that. So next is going to tell us if you continue, the changes below will be written to the disk. Well, that's what we created, the 15 gigabytes disk. So we're going to just click continue. And here erase the disk and install Ubuntu. Well, yeah, no problems there. And you can also encrypt. You see the second option there. But we're not going to do it this time. We're just going to erase the disk and all that. So that's selected. Then you can choose your time zone. I'm not in New York, but it's okay. I don't have any problem with that. So we're going to just click next. And here I'm going to, it's going to ask you for a name, a username and password. So the name, I'm going to use the name I use in the channel, Alvendrill. And the computer name is going to be Alvendril VirtualBox. I don't have any problem with that. That's fine. My username is Alvendril, and I'm going to choose a password. As you know, 8 characters minimum, 1 letter, 1 number, no wonder, 1 capital letter, and 1 weird symbol, like $, for example. So here, as you can notice, the video is sped up. This part is the one that took like 10 to 15 minutes, more or less. And after that, this is all the installation for Ubuntu. And now it said when that finishes, it's going to ask us to restart the operating system. Well, in this case, the virtual machine. So it takes a few seconds, and now it's telling us, please remove the installation medium, press, and then press enter. You just have to press enter. And the computer is going to restart one more time. And then we are going to have access to it. So you can close this, you can press on the X. And now Ubuntu is starting for the first time. Now it's asking me for my password. There is my username. I'm going to type it, and we are inside Ubuntu. So that's how it looks. So this is the first, like, Windows 10 is telling us, hey, this is what you can do. You can improve Ubuntu and all that. So there you can see. If I expand it, it's going to look like this, but I'm going to show you not a trick. Let's say it's an enhancement for that. So now I'm going to go here and type terminal. So we can go to the command line, which is the soul of Linux, also Windows. And I'm going to show you something. I want to see the IP address. And this is the command, but I wrote it wrong. And I was pondering, hey, well, what's the command? I don't remember it. So the command is IP address, ADDR show. So for Ubuntu, that's how you see, instead of ipconfig. So that's the IP address that we have. So it's 10, that's something, I didn't really see it, but I didn't do some configuration. So I shut it down, the virtual machine. I go to settings, I go to network, adapter 1, the rest is by default, is not selected, adapter 1 is the default, and I'm going to choose Bridget adapter. That means it's going to be in the same network as your host computer is. In this case, is Windows 10. So it's going to receive an IP address in that range. Okay, so that's all. You save it and you start Ubuntu, the virtual machine Ubuntu one more time. You log in, and now you press Ctrl-Alt-T to open directly the terminal. So now I'm going to type IP address show. And now it's giving me an IP address in my local network. So you can see 192.168.1.205 with a mask of 24. So to test that this is, working, what we're going to do is we are going to go to the original computer, this one, my desktop computer. I'm going to open a CMD, and I'm going to ping it. Ping 192.168.1.1.205. I press enter, and as you can see, I have connection to it. So that's good. The machine is alive, it's in the network, I can reach it, everything works fine. So I'm going to close this. And now the next part is, like I said, it's optional. You don't have to do it, but I like to have it, all right? So what we're going to do is, remember what I told you that at the beginning of the video, that you can download VirtualBox platform packages. In this case, it's version 6.1.6.1.4, but in the future it's going to be way better, of course. Now you have to install it. I didn't find the file here. I already have it installed. Once you install it, you come to devices, as you see me doing there, and insert guest addition CD image. You click on it, and it's going. If it's installed, you're going to see it. This one, VirtualBox contains software intended to be automatically started. Would you like to run it? Well, we want that, but I'm showing you one more time. Once you install that small piece of software that you download from the VirtualBox website, you come to devices, insert guest addition CD image. It's going to pop up this message over here, and then you click run. Of course, it's going to ask me my admin password, and then it's going to install. It's not very long, less than 30 seconds, and then you just have to press enter, or return. And now watch this. So you want to make it bigger. Come on. You want to make it bigger, and this is what's going to happen. So it's going to look way better. So it's taking all the space now, the resolution of your screen, so you can have more icons, more windows open inside Ubuntu. So that's pretty cool. All right. So, and you're going to have it there. You can remove it later. That's not a problem. I really don't mind that. Okay. So that's what I wanted to show you in this video, guys, how to install Ubuntu in a Windows computer using VirtualBox. This also applies for any other flavor of Linux. It's going to be almost the same process. Okay. Now in future videos, we're going to log into this machine. We're going to enable SSH. We're going to run the scripts and all that. We're going to do some automation. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other comment or questions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.